Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh fans and Speed Duel players. Boy, do I have some exciting news for all of you guys today. On a Friday, we've just heard that Yu-Gi-Oh GX will be coming into Speed Duel. Now, it's been a long time that we have finally heard anything, but I'm really happy and really glad that we heard news finally for some new Speed Duel product. Now, how did I find out? Actually, Rook tweeted me letting me know about this, and as usual, the yu-gioh organization website has this full news leaked and basically posted right here for us today. And I will leave a link in the description box down below if you guys want to check it out. But we're going to go through this together. It's basically just a generic introduction of what we have so far. So you missed out on the Battle City box. Well, we'll get you ready for the next 8-player box set for Speed Duel at Duel Academy. So I'm very sure it was because that Speed Duel Battle City box was extremely well received. That's the reason why we're finally getting this one as the next set, which is really good. A couple months ago, there was a survey Konami that sent out, and they asked for a survey on how the player base and Speed Duel players and everyone felt about Speed Duels in general. And I'm very sure many of you guys who are watching right now filled that in, and it got some really good positive feedback. I gave them really good feedback as well. I just said the set was amazing. It was top notch. Quality cards were print very well. I know I've said this before, but it's just a fantastic set. It alone can even be one of the best sets that Yu-Gi-Oh ever actually has, even compared to advanced format sets, essentially. Now, there is some sort of kind of like anxious news right here, because the release date is in February 18th, 2022. Now, that's going to be a long way away. That's essentially another half a year of wait, and I'm already so excited and just can't wait to find out more. Like I want to quickly mention, right here, there's actually quite a few keynotes. MSRP of $30, which is exactly what we have. 200 cards to construct various popular strategies, and of course, we have the main characters of from the GX anime series, which I know many of you guys love, and I personally really do as well. And we're gonna talk about more in depth about each character that we might possibly hopefully to see for this coming set. And so I do want to let you guys know in advance, this is going to be quite a long video, probably me blabbering on a lot of theories and possibilities of what cards we get to see, because it's just really exciting news. It's been a long time, really. The quick thing is, I want to let you guys know, I've actually done a discussion video on my channel quite a while long ago. It was like 1 year ago. I was actually talking about the game, the story progression, and not trying to say that I was right, but man, was I right, because I did mention GX and talk a little bit more about this during this video way back then already. And I think, honestly, it was just the right move by Konami. It just makes total sense for them to bridge into this series and so forth and so on. Eventually, we might be getting the other series and generations, such as 5Ds. That's something I'm personally really looking forward to as well, but I think they can probably settle down on more GX stuff for the time being. Anyways, I'll leave this as well in the link description down below for you guys to check out. So first off, GX characters. We have Jaden Yuki, who is the Elemental Hero Master, the Hero Master himself. That's the main character. So we're for sure confirmed that we have him in it with some skill cards and obviously the Elemental Hero cards. Now, we got to talk about quite a few things right here. First off, it definitely makes sense for them to include all the basic 5 heroes we initially ever know. Bubbleman, Sparkman, Burstinatrix, Avian, and Clayman as well. So this is basically like the big original 5, and that totally makes sense. I can definitely anticipate that he will flame Wingman. His signature, his favorite hero, is going to be included as well. It's a very good, decent card to include. I think it's going to be hopefully we can make some fun decks out of this, hopefully maybe even competitive. That'd be really cool. Thunder Giant, these are really good examples. Wild Wingman, and possibly Elemental Hero Terra Firma. This was more manga based, so I'm not entirely sure, but it'll be cool to see him as well. Now, we also have Wild Edge. There's just a whole lot to go through. Now, this next question that I'm going to pose, and you guys feel free to comment down below what you guys think, is Elemental Hero Neos is Jaden's ace boss monster. Despite Fling Wingman being his favorite one, Elemental Hero Neos is still his cover one, actually. So will Elemental Hero Neos be included? We don't know yet. We'll find out, but this is going to be really cool if they do. Or the Neospatian is going to be included here as well. probably I would say if Neos is going to be included, I'm definitely going to say the Neos patients have to be added in as well. You know, we can have like Storm Neos. These are going to be some powerful cards. We see them added in Duel Links. You know, we're following some trends and trying to pick up some information. Speed Duel has always been quite when it comes to building their sets, it always seems like they're following Duel Links a little bit. I know they try to add different things to spice it up, but in a general sense, it's a good direction to sort of gauge and reference from. So Storm Neos would be really cool. And now mentioning right here, this is a very new card, of course. Elemental Hero Brave Neos. And I want to mention this one because this definitely came in Duel Links in some kind of EX structure deck. And I remember playing during this era and this format, it was really successful. So I think Brave Neos can be a really good candidate to sort of really speed up the game and sort of make it even more fun to play. And you know, Neos is kind of hard to play in general by itself, but with Brave Neos right here, I can see it being much better as well. Grand Neos, of course, the classic. And then now moving on to the other discussion, which I feel like I'm going to reserve some doubts right here because it's just the beginning of the set. I can't see them bringing these guys in. These, I would like to call them sort of like the Omni Elemental Heroes, the Omni representing the different attribute type of the Elemental Heroes. So Absolute Zero, it's going to be crazy powerful if it does come to Speed Duel, but I don't know, maybe it might work out. We have been surprised by Konami by several cards that came into the Speed Duel Battle City set that were actually really powerful, one of them being for Jinzo. So who knows, but it'll be really cool. Elemental Hero Great Tornado as well, very iconic as an Omni hero, and the Shining as well, which we all know that these are going to be one of the really cool ones and probably relatively more powerful hero monsters that may be coming. So we don't know yet, but yeah, comment down below. So you're just stirring up some theories. Next, Cyrus. I think Cyrus Truesdale is definitely a character that has to be included. He is, you know, one of the main characters, and the Vehicleroids, I can see it's, you know, not a problem to introduce them at all. They're going to be pretty cool and interesting. They're not my personal favorite archetype or anything in here. Cyrus is actually my least favorite character just personally, but definitely it makes sense to include him for sure. And maybe I might give Vehicleroids a try, and Vehicleroids could be really, really fun to play. I actually never really get to play these decks, so we'll get to see. Next, we have Asuka, which is Alexis for us in here in North America. She and her Cyber Angels. Now I remember there was a period of time on Duel Links that Cyber Angels were like top tier, like tier 1 or even tier 0, which was really crazy on how powerful they are. So I'm going to be quite interested in how they're going to try to approach this. Perhaps because the main cards that were introduced back then, you know, were Cyber Angel Dakini and as well as Ida 10 right here. And they were really powerful for some reason. I didn't really get to play that much and try the Cyber Angel deck during then, but I heard it was so good that they had to make a ban list. And that's sort of when the first ban list ever came out for Duel Links. So maybe perhaps they might be introducing other cards other than these guys. Who knows? I'm definitely interested to find out as well. Next, we have Chazz Princeton, or Manjome Thunder for our Japanese fans right here. Now, Chazz is going to be a really interesting topic because cards that Chazz play consist of actually a mixture of 3 different archetypes, and one of them right here we can see right off the bat are the Ojamas, and they were definitely brought into Duel Links, I remember, and they were very interesting, bringing out Ojama King and Ojama Country and so on. That was actually pretty funny deck to play because you can lock out all 3 zones. Ojama King, as we know, is going to be insanely strong if you do lock out all those monster zones essentially. And then we also have VWXYZ. You know, this was actually played by Chazz. And we got XYZ support because it was from Kaiba from the Battle City. So I wonder if they actually would bring these cards in as well to sort of reinforce the XYZ archetype. And then last but not least, Chazz also has one of my favorite archetypes. We have the Armed Dragons right here. Armed Dragon level 10 debuted from GX. And I think it just makes sense to have this card in there. I would love to make an Armed Dragon deck. We already got level up from Speed Duel, if I remember. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. I think we do have level up that came in like the starter deck for Marek and Bakura. So I'm keeping my eyes on this for sure. And then next we have Bastion. Bastion or Misawa, he's really, really cool. I always love the Water Dragon card. I know it's not that strong, it's not that powerful, but I think it can definitely do okay in Speed Duel, essentially, because it's Speed Duel, it's much more simpler, and Water Dragon is really, really cool. I like the bonding H2O stuff, you know, we have the DHO newer cards from the Legendary Duelist stuff. That would be really, really nice and sweet to have, to be playing Water Dragon, essentially. Maybe, yeah, we just gotta see. Next, this one's going to be even more hyped. We got Zane Truesdale, and it only makes sense for them to include Zane. He's one of the main characters as well, with Cyber Dragons. Now, I don't know how they're going to bring in Cyber Dragons, because I knew for Duel Links Trends, when they first introduced Zane, they were very reluctant to sort of add Cyber Dragon until much later on. You know, they gave us like Proto Cyber Dragon just as like a substitute for the time being, as here you go. But then eventually I think they did give us Cyber Dragon once power creeping and the game sort of advanced more. So I honestly feel like it's fine. Give us Cyber Dragon right off the bat right here, and that'll be really, really sick, because Cyber Dragon is of course another iconic monster. Now the other question is Cyber Darks. Now here's a little quick sort of like Easter egg theory that I'm trying to come up with. I think the first Speed Duel box for this GX era, they can't possibly include everyone and everything, all the characters throughout the entire series. I think they're gonna have to split the product up a little bit. They might do like a part 2 GX type of thing, I'm not sure, or maybe release other sets or products to sort of support this Speed Duel box coming up for the GX. But Cyber Darks is definitely another archetype that Zane eventually played, you know, and maybe this is for a much later thing, so I'm not sure either, but I know for sure Cyber Dragon has to come out first. Next, we know Dr. Crowler has definitely been announced in the Yu-Gioh organization news page already. This is going to be interesting as well, because we have Ancient Gear Golem, which is really cool. I think it's going to have a really busted effect, especially being in Speed Duel. I know this might not be exactly relevant, but I do remember Ancient Gear Dragon being extremely busted when it came out in one of the structure decks for Duel Links. And Ancient Gear Golem itself can be pretty busted too right here, because when it attacks, you can't activate spell or traps until the end of the damage step, essentially. And this has piercing too. So Ancient Gear Golem has to come, essentially, because it's Dr. Crowler's boss monster. And then next we have even cooler stuff, Aster Phoenix. Aster Phoenix has been reviewed as well, mentioned in the quote of the news page. So Destiny Heroes is coming along, and that's amazing. Destiny Hero Dreadmaster, that's one of the more iconic Destiny Hero monsters that Aster Phoenix played during the show. And you know, they might introduce Destiny Hero Plasma. Plasma is going to be amazing. That's going to be one powerful card to bring into Speed Duel. So we're going to have to see, but once again, I'm going to be really excited if it does come, because Plasma is essentially Aster Phoenix's ace and boss monster for himself. Next, we have Tyranno Hasselberry. Right here in the background, we have Black Tyranno with him. We already kind of received dinosaur support a while back ago, so I think it would make sense for that. It's about time that we receive even more dinosaur support, but I'm just not sure exactly what sort of dinosaur cards they'll give to us if they were to introduce Tyranno Hasselberry, but we're gonna have to see, and maybe they might not even include him, who knows. Right here, we're gonna move on into some even later season characters right here, because I'm very excited for this, and we probably went well beyond 8 characters already. They didn't mention there's gonna be 8 decks. I'm pretty much assuming there's going to be 8 characters, and GX has a whole lot more than just 8 characters. They have like 16 plus. So this is why I feel like they can introduce a secondary set afterwards to sort of bridge upon this, and which would make total sense to me. That's just my theory. If Konami, you guys are watching right now, you know, take some notes. I think that would be a really good idea. But anyways, Jesse Anderson with Crystal Beast and Rainbow Dragon. That definitely makes sense. He was also a very iconic character in the show. Unfortunately, we haven't received any new support for a very long time for this archetype, but I think we will be doing. We will be getting some eventually down the road. And I love Jesse as a character, and as well as Rainbow Dragon. It's just really, really cool. Next, we have Axel Brody right here with volcanic support, and I know one of the guys in the community called Payne. He's been longing for new support for this, but at least maybe we'll probably get some reprints from this, I'm not sure. Axel Brody and Volcanix are really cool. He's a very cool character himself as well. I love Volcanix. They're very nice design. So it'll be nice to see them down the road eventually as well. And then we have Jim Crocodile Crook right here with the fossil kind of decks. Well, these were introduced in Battles of Legends Armageddon. So, you know, will we be getting some of these cards? I think it's possible. You know, these cards are already made and they're sort of relatively recent, and they're not relatively recent, I guess, by the time of 2022, but it'll be nice to see some of them right here. They may have some very overpowered effects, I might say, but they probably could tone it down by picking, you know, being selective with a few cards that they have from this archetype. Then we have Adrian Gecko, who plays Cloudian, and yeah, I'm not sure if he will be coming in that soon. He's lesser of a popular character in the GX series, so we really gotta see and see how it goes. I feel like Cloudian won't be included just yet, but yeah, one of the hopes that I'm wishing is Atticus right here. Atticus plays Red Eyes, and I probably talked about this before. It would be really nice to get some good Red Eyes support, meaning something like Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, maybe, I'm not sure. That'll be really, really cool. And he's one of my personal favorite characters from the GX series, so I would really, really want to see some Red Eye support for sure. However, he is sort of like more of a background character. He did have some really awesome, cool scenes in the show here and there when he does actually try really hard. But yeah, we really have to see. I kind of doubt it at the moment, but I'm just, you know, keeping my fingers crossed and just talking about what I'm hoping that I would like to see versus, yeah, who knows. And then next we have Sartorius. Of course, Arcana Force is definitely a very notable archetype right here. The Light Ruler, you know, these were also introduced in Duel Links. Were they really, really powerful and really great? Yes, raw stats, they're pretty strong monsters essentially. But, you know, they're not like amazing, like high meta level that's going to break the game. So I can kind of see them possibly bringing in some of them. The archetype is quite relatively large. They can just, you know, be selective with a few cards and introduce it as well. And, well, Sartorius, again, back to as a character for GX, was he very notable? Yes, he was for the second season and so on. He was quite important. You know, he's always showing up and all that, but I feel like for the first 8 characters, they probably want to focus more on the basic entry level of the students of the GX era, mainly. You know, mainly Jaden, Cyrus, and Alexis, as well as Chazz. That I can tell for sure these are the 4 that's definitely going to be down. Now, Yubel, another really, really cool character and archetype that can be added. This character, or this card, is definitely in Duel Links as well. And I remember Yubel decks were being completely crazy. They're also like tier 1 meta competitive within Duel Links, and they're really obnoxious to face against and really, really powerful. But hear me out, I feel like Yubel will be introduced sooner or later, is because first off, these cards right here, they have not been reprinted for so long. I personally actually want to make a deck for fun, but the cards are getting hard to find. And we definitely need reprints, and not just reprints, we need updated text. You know, like I said, like you can see here, the most recent one was the raw yellow mega pack or the Duel Academy pack. That's even like before when the updated text came in for Yu-Gi-Oh essentially, I think. And yeah, we need reprints of this for sure. And then we have Dr. Vermilion or Dr. Cobra. I can't really remember his name right here, but Professor Cobra, I think. And you know, introducing a lot of reptile monsters, Phenomenon, the king of poison snakes. You know, who knows, maybe we'll get some of these, but again, I think he'll be sort of the backup character, not like I don't feel like they're gonna put them immediately, especially they have recently reprinted these cards from Ancient Guardians. We got Venom and Naga as well, and so on. Now this next one is my personal wish, and I would really, really love as well. I really like evil heroes to come into for speed duels. Evil heroes are just so cool. They're part of Jaden. I can't anticipate them putting evil heroes right off the bat into the sets, but some of the cards I really love to see is Evil Hero Malicious Edge, Evil Hero Dark Gaia, you know, some viable strategy to make Fiend Monster and Rock Monster put together for like massive attacking damage monster on the board. That would be really, really cool. I remember back in the day I was trying to make some OTK deck with Evil Hero Dark Gaia, and that was fun. You know, Evil Hero Malicious Fiend, I know that Duel Links, has just recently announced or released this EX structure deck for Evo Heroes with this as the cover card. So I think it's doable, it's workable. It'll be really powerful card to introduce too, but you know, new cards, new things, who doesn't get excited for these? And then of course, you know, the more basic generic ones, you know, Evo are more balanced cards to introduce will be Evo Hero Lightning Golem right here. That's a really cool one. And last but not least, this is my final topic of discussion. We got the Egyptian gods from the Speed Duel Battle City box. Will they make one called, you know, Speed Duel Battle City Sacred Beast box? That would be really cool and amazing. Sacred Beasts played a huge role in the GX era. You know, they showed up during season 1. I think they were talked about in season 2, and all the way to the last season as well. They're being played by Yubel, and these are iconic monsters. They're like the Egyptian gods equivalent for the GX era. So, and we got lots of new support cards from the Sacred Beast structure deck. I think there's, you know, there's something that we can definitely talk about here. You know, like they don't have to introduce all those cards. You can, again, they can be selective in picking those really cool cards from the structure deck. But at least they would give us the three of, you know, the Sacred Beasts right here: Uriah, Raviel, and Haman. That would be really cool, as well as Armor Tau, which is the fusion monster. And I'm looking forward to that. But yes, guys, that's me enough rambling for basically 20 minutes straight about this set. I want to hear what you guys think. You know, definitely comment down below. Let me know how excited you guys really are. I personally am just super excited overall. I really hope that this actually comes on time. I really hope it doesn't get delayed. Recently, unfortunately, we have a lot of regular Yu-Gi-Oh news and Yu-Gi-Oh products being delayed over and over again, and that's not good signs. But at least I'm glad we're hearing that Konami has plans to announce this. I'm really happy, and I really want Konami to continue to do this, you know, with other series and generations, to give us more cards and support for Speed Duel. It's gonna be a long wait, guys. You know, right now a lot of us are already bored with the meta, because it's been way too long. It's been 8 months essentially ever since. But you know, just hold on tight. We'll get these sooner, and you know, definitely I'm already brainstorming lots of content for this upcoming series with this upcoming set, so be sure to stay tuned. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video and the discussion, sort of like a podcast style, and listening and tuning in into me rambling for the whole time, definitely give it a like. If you guys want to see more Speed Duel content, be sure to subscribe to the AVAULT channel and stay tuned for more awesome videos. I really appreciate the support, and yes, I just can't thank you guys enough. But anyways, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. You know, as always, you guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are, and stay tuned for the next video. And this is AVAULT signing out.